hope you are well. I know it has been a very long time since I have made a video. It's been a very difficult start to the year for me. And I don't know about you guys, but when things are difficult, I really just don't feel like talking to anyone. But I started thinking, this is all a part of it. This is all a part of the journey. It's not just about those joyful moments, but it's also about those moments of suffering as well. In fact, some would say that those moments of suffering are amazing opportunities to get even closer to God. And I have to say that I have been very blessed to have these glimpses, these moments, and it's some of them have come through the Diary of Saint Faustina. I've been reading this very, very slowly, but it appears to me, and this is a private revelation, so you don't have to believe it, but it just so happens that whenever I pick it up and read a page or two, it seems like what Jesus is saying to her, he's saying to me in that moment, something I needed to hear and I needed to know. And I'll share with you this one thing he says. I do not reward for good results, but for the patience and hardship undergone for my sake. That's incredible. I mean, in this world, how do we measure success? With rewards, accolades of people like us, right? Money, our house, our clothes, our job title, all of these things, how we look. But he doesn't measure success like that. In this section here, he says, it is not for the success of a work, but for the suffering that I give reward. I mean, that's mind-blowing. We have to change our minds totally to try to even kind of get an understanding of how God thinks and looks at us. We'll never totally get it because his thoughts are so above our thoughts. His kingdom is not of this world. But it's just like this constant, we have to constantly remind ourselves like these things that we feel are successful aren't exactly, necessarily what he's looking for. And if we look at the saints, what great examples. I mean, of course, St. Francis and St. Anthony the Desert and all of those saints that just gave away everything. They didn't have any stuff, any money, nothing. What about those saints who weren't considered intelligent enough to get through seminary, or those ones that did? They're like, well, okay, fine, you got through, but you can just stand at the door, like, and let people in because that's all you're capable of. And they become the most holy men, Saint Andre Bessette, I think he's a saint, and Blessed Solanus Casey, who will be a saint. People could hate us. We could have nothing at all. And that's not what God cares about. That's has nothing to do with our relationship with God. He will love us anyway, and I think that's what he's trying to teach me right now, and in sometimes a painful way. And it's all to get closer to him, to experience true joy that is where we're our ultimate goal is true joy with him. He is our true joy. He is our happiness. Everything here, it comes and goes, and it's never going to fill that void that only he can fill. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you're all doing well. God bless.